So the third scholarship I have is also within Toronto. In terms of the city location, everything stays the same. The only difference is the University of Toronto is the best university in Canada. It's rated #1, and it is in downtown Toronto. So it is easily accessible and is within a very multicultural city that is very used to having different people from different immigration backgrounds. So this scholarship is called the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship Award, and it's a merit-based scholarship that is off of the student's academic achievement and leadership. And the scholarship covers not only tuition, books, incidental fees, but also provides the student with 4 years of full resident support. This would mean if you got this award, you would not have to worry about housing. They would put you up in one of their nice residences, and you would be on a food plan. And so for the eligibility criteria for this, you must be an international student and also must require a study permit. Again, these permits are something that every international student must get to study in Canada, and is the basic process of what you do after you get into a university. So this is not something you do now, it's after you accept a university and you decide to go. And so to do this one, you have to be in your final year of your senior year of secondary school for the 2025-2026 year, and have graduated no earlier than June 2025. So this would be something that you would do if you're just completing high school. However, there is no age requirement here. It just has to be that you just completed your high school degree. And then you also must be beginning your studies at the University of Toronto in September 2026. However, there are no program requirements. You can take any bachelor's degree you would like, regardless of the price of said tuition, and still be able to be eligible for the scholarship. And this scholarship is one of the most nationally renowned scholarships that we have for bachelor's degrees. And so these are the application requirements. So you must receive a nomination from your school. However, if your high school has not yet nominated someone, there is a form that I will display that you can easily send to either a high school guidance counselor or teacher to fill out in order to nominate you for this. However, every high school can only nominate one student per year, so that is something to keep in mind. So you must apply to the University of Toronto by October 18th, 2025. However, so this gives you a lot of time to get all of the application requirements set up. And so then you would be beginning your studies in September 2026. And to be considered for this scholarship, it must be your first choice program at U of T. At U of T, you can apply to multiple different programs. For example, you could apply for a political science bachelor's at the same time as you apply for, say, a biology bachelor's. However, you will only be considered for this scholarship based off of your top choice degree. So in that case, if political science is your top choice degree, you can only be considered for that and not for biology. The scholarship can be for computer science as well. Yes, it does not matter as long as it's just any program that they have within the bachelor's degree. And then you must complete the application form along with U of T's general application for the scholarship. And the application form entails short form essays that include an essay of around 800 words on a significant aspect of your life. To note, the starting date for when you can apply for this application is July 1st, 2025. The short form essays are usually around your life experience and then also your academic achievements. However, it does vary what you can do. So that is something to take into consideration. However, due to the long application deadline, how long you have before that, you have a lot of time to get these things together in order to apply. So the school nomination deadline is October 11th, 2025. The student OUAC, which was the portal that I discussed before, admission application deadline is October 18th, 2025. And then the scholarship application deadline is November 8th, 2025. And age is not important. So I will now take you to the university webpage so that you can see a little bit of what the University of Toronto is like. So here it is. As you can see, the University of Toronto is a very top university. It's held in very high regard within Canada and internationally. I believe it is within the top 25 globally in terms of research. And it is a great institution to get into. As you can see, it is ranked first in Canada globally, and then top 30 globally. And then this is just their general page. And here you can explore stuff for future students. So this will give you information about the application process. So you can see the requirements that you need, the English language requirement, if you want to get credits transferred from your high school, some of the application dates, and then just some of the details for students visiting. One thing to note that is a positive about U of T, along with York, is both are very used to having international students attend their universities. They do have a lot of support for international students, and it is one of the main positives of Toronto as a city for people not from Canada. So this is the scholarship link. And so this will take you to the award. Now you can use this link as your main link for all of the things about the scholarship. It will give you information about the university as well. And then also how to apply for the scholarship. Now, one thing that is good to note is that if you are ever confused, along with the PDF as a resource, U of T is very easy to contact by email. They frequently answer emails and are also very used to dealing with international students' questions. So as we see here, it has the international requirements, the application process, and the deadlines, so you can keep these easy. So that is everything for the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship. Now, I would like to say there are some tips for success. So I would ask sooner than later a counselor or a teacher to nominate you. Within this document, I have put the form that you can get them to fill out, as well as the form is on the U of T scholarship website. So that is something really important to be able to be considered for the competition. Secondly, make sure you have the grade requirements for the degree, but because of how competitive and how prestigious this scholarship is, it is better to make sure that you have like well above the grade requirements for this. So for example, if the grade requirement is an 85, it would be within your best interest to have about a 90, for example, or whatever you can get is the best thing to go forward. And then also just make sure you're preparing in advance for these applications, because there are multiple essays within this application. It is really important to make sure that you are applying and being organized so that you don't miss any of the dates, and then you can also put your best foot forward. And I think just showing also who you are in these applications is really important. Sincerity is one of the main things that university admissions for these types of scholarships look for. And it's best if that comes through within your personal statement. This is where you're given the opportunity to not only show your academic achievement, but also your other personal achievements.